What is up, YouTube? KM888 here, and I'm gonna try and do a couple of test hands for you guys with my Traptrix Mitsu deck profile. I had a comment that said like I want to see how you play it out because I'm not really getting into it, and like I really want to try, but I don't play this deck often, so it's also gonna be hard for me. But I do know the general lines that I should be going for, so I decided to shuffle things up. So you guys can see on camera I'm not really cheating or anything. 4-5, and then let's try and do some hands. So yeah, let's just try it out. So the first hand, and we actually have full combo with a pre-prep of rights. I don't really know if I should even show this combo because I literally did the combo on my channel, I think, with Habakiri, but I guess we could do it. So like pre-prep. Search Habakiri, search for the mirror. I'm gonna try and do it a little bit faster because this one is generic, I guess. Habakiri effect. I'm gonna try and find it really fast. That's the upside of using emulators instead of real cards, I guess. Summon Saji, Tribute Saji. We do have an Ash if they have Fualos, so that's actually nice. Get a Ritual, use Ritual to summon our Habakiri. And we're going to send, as I've already done so many times now, we're going to send the Night Sword Serpent, and we're going to search the Kusanagi. We're going to do Chainlink 1 Kusanagi, Chainlink 2 Night Sword Serpent, because we really want this effect more of the Ritual to get it back. So we're getting it back, and we're summoning the Night Sword Serpent. Using the Ritual, we're going to tribute off the Habakiri, and we're going to summon the... well, the thing is, I could go for the Futsu right here because I have the mirror for an additional one, but I do think it's better to actually go for the Murakumo still. And then use Habakiri, summon it back, and adding a prayer. Using prayers, we are going to tribute our Mirakumo now. We are going to search for the Aramasa MP800, summoning the Aramasa. And then right here is Chainlink 1 Mirakumo, Chainlink 2 Aramasa. So we're going to search for Futsu, actually. And we're going to summon back our Murakumo by searching for the... well, we already have the trap card, so we can actually search for whatever we want. And I am going to search for... Let's see. I guess I could... I guess I could just do this. Like, it doesn't even matter anymore. I'm gonna search for another prayers for next turn already. So this is our hand right now, which is actually crazy if you think about it. We could even go mirrors into the Futsu to get it on the field, which might actually be a good thing to do. We'll see that in a couple of seconds. I'm going to overlay. I'm going to go into our Pinguicula. Now, if you don't want hand traps to be a thing, you could have summoned the Futsu here. Like if you're really scared for Nibiru, but in these days, I'm not really scared for Nibiru unless they show me that they play it, and then game 2 and 3, I act accordingly. But you could have summoned the Futsu from the deck with the Ritual, and then your hand would be like this, and it would be the same. So you can overlay for the Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, and then just be safe for Nibiru. It is a thing that you could have done. Doesn't really matter, I think, because I'm not really afraid for Nibiru that much. If you are, definitely go for that, but I want to show you guys the full extent, I guess. Gonna go with Pinguicula's effects. We're going to detach the Aramasa, and we're going to search for our Myrmelio, since we didn't normal summon yet. If we normal summoned already, then I always search for the Arachnocampa, because Arachnocampa with Serra actually gives you the Holotea, and we already have the Mitsu trap, so you would have been able to go on. Use Pinguicula to go for Serra. Que será? Normal summon Myrmelio. Use the effect, and we're going to add ourselves Gravedigger Trap Hole, and then with Serra we're going to set the Holotea. Now, as you can see, our hand is growing a lot. It's actually crazy. Use the Holotea, ditch the Gravediggers, so special summon. And then Serra is going to activate and we're going to be able to summon our Dionea. Because Dionea at this point is going to get us the trap hole back, and that means we already have another interruption. So set the trap hole. Right here, Serra and Dionea are gonna go into Jasmine. Use Holotea and Mermelio, summoning Strenna. And then Strenna's effect is going to detach the Mermelio to add back our Dionea. Use Jasmine, tribute Strenna, summoning the Ragnarika part of the combo. Let's go for Evil Seed. And then Chainlink 1, Evil Seed, Chainlink 2, Strenna. So we get to summon the Strenna with the Hyperiton on top of it, like this. And then with the Evil Seed, we are going to search for... where are they? We're going to search for the Wicked Butterfly and the Samurai Beetle. And then we have to banish a card from our hand. In this scenario, well, it might have been better to search for another Habakiri with the Murakumo, but I'm just gonna banish the Futsu. Doesn't matter, we're gonna get it back to the deck anyways. Using the Samurai Beetle, special summon it by putting the Futsu back. And then we're going to link up into Skeletal Soldier. Now, the important thing here that I want to note, if you went for the Galaxy Eyes Photon Lord, then we cannot use our Skeletal Soldier's effect whatsoever. But now, because we haven't done that, and we're not going to as well, we can actually use Skeletal Soldier's effect. So we're going to special summon our Samurai Beetle again. And then right here, because we use the Skeletal Soldier, we can actually go Jasmine and Skeletal Soldier. We can link them off, and we can go into Bengal Lancer, the Resurgent. Bengal Lancer needs 2 plants, so it's really hard to make unless you do it like this. There aren't a lot of options to go for it otherwise. So yeah, use Wicked Butterfly and special summon Dionea. We didn't lock ourselves into anything, so we can actually use these 2 and go into Haggard Lizard Dose right here. Which would give us... Are we going to go into Lizard Dose? One sec. Not this one. So I did it like this, right? Yeah, that's probably my mistake. I should have summoned them like the other way around. Which I don't even think I could. But I could if I put this one here. So, yeah. Because, yeah, it has to be like this. Because you go Jasmine, Skeletal Soldier, so you revive here, and then you go, yeah, you go into the Bengal Lancer right here. So now, use the Habakiri with the Dionea. Go into Lizard Dose to get the additional draw. This is the only way we can get to the additional draw, actually, so I needed to do it like that. Lizardo's effects, banishing the Night Sword Serpent, and we're getting another draw. Now, this draw doesn't matter at all. We get another prayer, so... once again, I should have just searched the Habakiri, I guess. Would have made things a little bit easier, but it's all fine. Use Samurai Beetle with Lizardos, and we're gonna get into our Mantis Monk. Mantis Monk's effects, we are going to banish the Wicked Butterfly alongside anything else. I am going to banish the Aramasa because I really do not care about the card anymore. So like this. And that lets us search for the Ragnarika trap card, so the Hunting Dance. At this point, Wicked Butterfly is going to trigger, so in the end phase, for every plant, insect, or reptile, each one of them we have, we get to draw 1 card. So if we have 2 plants, it still only counts as 1 draw, but like we're gonna have an insect, a plant, and a reptile anyways, so yeah, that's actually really good. So what we can do now, we're gonna go and link these off. And we're gonna go into our stack Sovereign, and then we are going to use our Bengal Lancer, special summoning it back by banishing the Lizardos and the Jasmine. I do believe we could have done it a little bit better with the grave effect of the Skeletal Soldier, because we could have bounced something to resummon this as well. Like, I'm not thinking straight about it, so yeah, I think this is still fine, right? So I'm gonna set 1, 2, 3, and I'm actually gonna set a fourth one, because in the end phase we are going to draw 3, which means we still have to discard one. So I'm gonna draw 3, Veiler, Droll, and Gravedigger Trap Hole, and I'm just gonna discard one. The Fuwa is generally dead right here, so, and then we end up with this, like, which is amazing. It's kind of crazy. I do believe that if we handled it a little bit better, then we could have gotten the Futsu on field as well, and maybe even our chain coils. So there is always that. I'm not really sure. I have to think about that, but I do think that this is still amazing. So yeah, I'm gonna prep this for round 2, I guess, and we're gonna do a secondary combo inside this video to put them next to each other, and then like it just helps having 2 or 3 combos in one video. So let's see. Opening hand number 2. If we do end up with the same thing, like the only the pre-prep, then I'm gonna reshuffle and do a third hand immediately, because wouldn't change anything up. It's like I said, I still need to learn to play with the deck as well. I do believe that that I really could have gotten the Futso off as well. That's I need to be more practiced with it, I guess. So yeah. So shuffled. Okay. What we have now, actually, is a weird hand, because we don't have any Mitsu cards, but we're actually gonna be able to get into them, I think. So, I'm gonna put my hand over here. I'm going to normal summon my Myrmelio, use the effect. I'm still gonna use it. I know it's gonna make the Serra a little bit more worthless, but it doesn't really matter. We just have the additional trap card for their turn. Link off, going to the Serra. Now we're going to set Holotea and use its effect, ditching the Gravedigger Trap Hole, special summoning, using Serra, getting into Dionea. We didn't have any Mitsu cards, so let's see how far we can actually go with this. Also, like, whenever I'm talking through my combo, I get a lot of, like, I get unfocused, if that's a word. Use Dionea, set the Gravediggers. Like, I'm really trying to do this right now. Let's see. And this is, like, practically one of the only reasons that we play the Feral Imps, if we do not see the Mitsu engine, but we can still get into it. I'm even thinking if I needed to go for the Mitsu combo first, but I do think that I should have done this. So let's see. Go for King of the Feral Imps effect. And we're just gonna search for Habakiri now. I think that's the normal thing to do. Use Habakiri. Saji, dump Saji. Get the ritual spell. Oh my god, I hate having a deck with so many one-offs. Use a ritual spell, and we're going to summon our Habakiri by dumping the same 2, like the Night Sword Serpent and the Kusanagi. You go Chainlink 1 Kusanagi, Chainlink 2 Night Sword Serpent, so we're going to summon it, and we're going to get back our ritual spell. Use a ritual spell, tribute Habakiri. I'm gonna go into Murakumo. I'm gonna put it here. And then the Habakiri is going to trigger special summoning it back by adding a prayers. So right now, prayers, pitching the Murakumo, grabbing Aramasa, paying 800, specialty Aramasa, and then chainlink 1 Murakumo, chainlink 2 Aramasa again. Same thing as the other times. Can we actually do this now? I'm thinking of doing another line out. I just want to try it out. I just really want to try it out. So with the Aramasa, I'm going to search for the Futsu. With the Mirakumo, I am actually going to search for the mirror right now. So I just want to see this line play out. I don't know where it's gonna take me. But let's see. Let's try this out, shall we? Like together. Then, like we have a couple of plays we can do, right? I definitely need to get. Yeah, that's a thing that I can do. I'm gonna overlay both. I'm gonna go into Pinguicola, and I'm going to use the effect, and I'm going to search for Arachnocampa. Now the reason I'm doing this is because I just wanted to have another plant on the field to go into Jasmine. And getting the Arachnocampa for free is just, like, it's just free real estate. If I didn't go with Arachnocampa, I would have gotten Dionea back from the graveyard with Estrena, but that's all fine. Next up, I'm gonna go and link these off, and I'm gonna go into Jasmine. Jasmine's effect, I'm going to tribute off the Murakumo, and I'm going to get the Evil Seed. Now, Mirakumo has already triggered, so I cannot get it again. But what I can get is the fact that I have Ragnarika and I have Mirror with the Futsu in my hand. So I can get 2 more things off of that. So, yeah. So right here, I'm going to use that effect, and I am going to go with Samurai Beetle, and I'm going to go with the Wicked Butterfly again. Like this. Now I have to banish 1 card from my hand. You know what? I'm not going to search Wicked Butterfly. I am going to search Bloom. I'm going to search Bloom because I have an idea. So I'm searching Bloom. And then I have to banish a card for the Ragnaraka, so I'm going to banish our Arachnocampa. I'm going to special summon our Samurai Beetle of putting the Arachnocampa back. And next I'm going to link into our Skeletal Soldier. Now Skeletal Soldier's effect is going to activate, and I'm going to summon back our Beetle. Using Jasmine and Skeletal Soldier, let's go into Bengalancer, the Resurgent. And next up, I am going to, let's see, I think I would be 1 short if I didn't do this, so I'm going to return the Habakiri to the bottom of my deck to summon back the Skeletal Soldier. Then use Skeletal Soldier with the Samurai Beetle to go into our Mantis Monk. Samurai Beetle is going to trigger. Did I even think about that last game? I really don't know. I think I forgot to do that even last combo, so yeah. But we can summon back anything, so I'm going to summon back... Oh man, what am I going to summon back even? It's just gonna be Link Father at this point, so... Okay, I'm just gonna summon back the Dionea. Summon it. Then use the Mantis Monk, so I'm going to banish No, not yet, not yet. Not the Mantis Monk. I'm going to use Bloom first, Bloom effect, searching the Wicked Butterfly, and discarding the Wicked Butterfly. We had to get it in the graveyard to banish for the Mantis Monk. So now use the Mantis Monk, banishing Wicked Butterfly alongside Night Sword Serpent, because we don't care about him. And then we get to search for the Ragnarika trap card. The Hunting Dance. This is just fun, man. It's it's kind of hard to do, but it's also like really fulfilling somehow to find these kind of combos. Okay, so we have this, and then right here we are gonna go Mantis Monk plus King of the Feral Imps is gonna go and get us Chain Coils. Now this card, if you don't know what it does, as soon as the opponent uses a... the opponent can basically only use one effect in their hand. So if they have already used like a Habakiri in their hand, they cannot use any other monster effects in their hand anymore. Which is actually... It kind of helps. Like it just locks them out. And on top of that, Gravedigger Trap Hole doesn't negate the activation, it only negates effects. So if you use Gravedigger Trap Hole on something in the hand, you can still lock them and they cannot do anything anymore. From the hand, that is. Now use Dionea with the Bengal Lancer. Go into our Link 5, into the stack Sovereign. And now you're going to use Bengal Lancer's effect. So we're going to go and... Where are they at? We're gonna banish Skeletal Soldier and Jasmine, summoning back the Bengal Lancer. It doesn't even matter where you summon them, it doesn't really matter at all. And then the final piece of the board is gonna be that we use the Mitsurugi Mirror. We're going to tribute our Futso, summoning back the Murakumo. So we have it here. And then we're going to trigger our Futsu, and we get to search. And we're actually going to search for the Purification again. So we still have it. And as you can see now, we have, again, Insect, Plant, and Reptile out of just the Myrmelio with a trap card, which was actually really fun to do. It didn't even matter what trap we had, because these post the activations, we have a second Myrmelio in our graveyard, in our deck, so we can always trigger the Serra effect. So right here, just set Gravedigger Trap Hole, set the Hunting Dance, set the Great Purification. We already have another Gravedigger Trap Hole. We have Droll, we have Ash Blossom, and in the end phase we get our 3 draws. And as you can see, we drew a Veiler, we drew Habakiri, we drew Pre-Prep. Because of the mirror in the graveyard, it can recycle itself when you tribute one of the big names. So this means that if you tribute your Mirakumo for the Great Purification, you can chainlink 1 Mirakumo, chainlink 2 Mirror, put the mirror back in the deck, so you can even pre-prep next turn again and just get it all over again. And you have 3 hand traps at this point on top of this board. So that was the second combo. Let's see. Let's just see if we can get a third combo to work. It's I'm trying my luck here, getting 3 full combos in a row, but we're just gonna try it. Like just try it, I guess. And as you can see, like I'm not the best with the deck as well. Like I'm still practicing with it, but I'm also practicing my Fiendsmith Ryziel deck. I am practicing the new one, the Onomatopera deck with the Dodo Warrior and stuff, because I kind of want to main that deck at the moment. But it's really hard. Like there's a lot of small things that get into it, and making a deck is just it's hard if you think about it. But yeah. Let's get into this third combo, I hope. Like, how crazy. 2 full combos. Okay, third one. We open Prayers, Purification, Bloom, Kusanagi, and Droll and Lockbird. Okay, this might seem a little bit worse. I'm not really sure how I'm gonna do this combo, but let's, like, I can just go Prayers at Habakiri, and we have full combo once more. So yeah, let's just try and go for that, I guess. Of course, having the Prayers means that we get to normal summon something somewhere down the line. So let's just see. First things first, I am going to prayers in the draw phase, of course, because it's kinda annoying, I guess. Am I going to tribute my Kusanagi already? That's the question, I guess. Can I reborn it in time? I do not believe I can. So I'm gonna keep the Kusanagi. Like, later in the combo, if we see that we could have, maybe we can actually try it then, but... So I'm gonna go Habakiri. And then we go to main phase. Use Habakiri. Same thing, I guess. Saji effects. And I do believe that I don't even have to go further on for this third combo, because Ritual, if you summon from the hand, so we're going to summon this one from the hand, by tributing up to two Ritual monsters from your hand, deck, or field. So we can actually go Ritual, summon this by tributing Kusanagi still with the Night Sword Serpent. And it wouldn't really swap up anything, except that we cannot go prayers in a second. So as soon as we get to that point, I just want to show you guys that it's just the same. It's just the same as the other combos. So right here, Night Sword Serpent. Same things again. Get back the Ritual and summon the Night Sword. Use a Ritual, tribute this, Murakumo. Oh my god. Special it out. Use Habakiri. Special it out by searching Aramasa. So you can search for any of them, and you can just search for the monster that you're going to normal summon. So that's really all you're gonna do. Normal Aramasa, use the effect, get another Habakiri. Don't have to reveal that you're on Futsu, so that you're that they don't know that you're on the entire pre-prep engine. Overlay into Pinguicula right here. And it works because we actually drew the Mitsurugi Great Purification. But that's enough, right? As long as it works, I guess. Use this effect. We're gonna search for Arachnokampa. So like this. But this time, the only thing that's different is we're going to lock ourselves into insects and plants from the extra deck. So we cannot actually go into things like the Chain Coil or a King of the Feral Imps. We cannot go into Lizardos, stuff like that. It's also really important, I guess, but yeah. Go Serra. Use the effect of the Arachnokampa, Serra effect, setting Holotea. Use Holotea by dumping the Great Purification. And we're going to summon our Dionea still. I know that we cannot trigger it anymore at the moment. But to be fair, we just need this to go to the graveyard. So we need the plant, like the level 4 plant that we don't have yet. Yeah, that's definitely something that we need right now. So go Jasmine, overlay into Strenna. Use Strenna effect, getting back the Dionea. And then using Jasmine effects, tributing the Strenna, summoning the Rika, the Ragnarika. Sorry, all those names, man, it's just crazy. So Ragnarika Evil Seeds, and then chaining 1 Evil Seed, chaining 2 Strenna again. We're gonna go and summon our Hyperiton. And now the fun thing that we have actually is we have an additional bloom right here. So we have another extender for our combo. We can just search Wicked Butterfly, we can search for Beetle. And then we're going to banish our Habakiri because the Habakiri is actually dead in hand. So like this. Okay. Same things. Summon Samurai Beetle, putting Habakiri back. Using these two. Going into our Skeletal Soldier. Skeletal Soldier effect, using it to summon the Samurai Beetle, and then using these two to go into our Bengal Lancer again. Now, because we cannot go into the Lizard Dose, we don't have to keep in mind that we cannot link this away for the Lizard Dose, so... Oh, we can, but then we don't get the effect to summon from the graveyard. But this time, like, because we're insects and plant locked, we're just gonna go Butterfly effect, summon the Dionea, and then I'm just gonna go for the Link 3. Do I have to go like this? I'm actually gonna do it better. Like, I'm gonna try and optimize this. I'm gonna put the Dionea back. I'm going to special summon the Skeletal Soldier. If you really wanted, by the way, the moment that you summon Dionea, you could have reset the Holotea from the graveyard. But I prefer to keep it in there, because Holotea in the graveyard is actually a interruption, while Holotea on the field is just a summon. It's just a monster and doesn't really do anything. So Skeletal Soldier effect, put Dionea on the bottom, summon it. And then we're going to link this off into our Mantis Monk again. Use our Samurai Beetle to resummon anything. So let's see. I am going to summon... Doesn't even matter, like, it's... Can also resummon Reptile, so I'm just gonna resummon the Saji. Use Mantis Monk's effect, banishing the Wicked Butterfly and the Night Sword Serpent once again, triggering the Wicked Butterfly as well in the process, so we get our draws in the end phase, getting our Hunting Dance. Now we're going to end a little bit differently, because we are going to go and... are we going to use... Yeah, we're going to use these two. Bengal Lancer with the Mantis Monk, go into our Sovereign. And then we're going to use our Bloom. But because we use the spell, we can actually chain the Hyperiton to attach a spell from our graveyards. So we are going to attach the Prayers to it, which means that the Hyperiton in the opposing turn can also be a spell negate. And then we're going to use Bloom, and we're going to special summon back our Wicked Butterfly for next turn, maybe. Overlay, and we can actually go into our Rafflesia as another interruption, because we still have both Gravedigger Trap Holes in the graveyard, in the deck. So we can actually use it twice, once during their turn, once during our own turn. It's always a thing. And then the final piece is that we are going to use our Bengal Lancer again. And we're going to banish the Jasmine and the Skeletal Soldier. So these are gone. Once again, we have a reptile, we have a plant, we have an insect. We actually have 3 plants, 2 reptiles and an insect, but we still only get 3 draws, which is sad. This is looking like a full board, by the way. It was a weird start. We used more cards from our hand, but we are going to set the Hunting Dance, and Hunting Dance, by the way, can pop 2 cards, so it's still really good. If we really wanted to be able to pop 3, because that could be a thing. I don't know if I have to have a reptile link. Yeah, okay, so I don't have a reptile link. I couldn't make that because of the Arachnocampa, but it's fine. It is fine. We have a couple follow-up cards in the graveyard, in the Mantis Monk, Holotea, the Purification. We could have actually used this to summon back anything and then tribute something else again. We didn't have to. And then the Wicked Butterfly is going to give us 3 cards. So, oh, and we drew an Ash. So we actually had an additional interruption off of it and follow-up, so that's actually great. Yeah, that was the 3rd combo. Hope you guys liked it. It's half an hour long now. I think I'm going to end it here. And I'm going to try and do this kind of video later again, I guess. Just getting more hands in. So yeah, see you guys in the next one. Ciao.